This is a village in Kandukur in Andhra Pradesh, 250 kilometers away from Tamil Nadu border. Friends, this is Valettivaripalam. Valettivaripalam is 20 kilometers away from Kandukur, one of the inside town, a mandal area in Andhra Pradesh. And this is an old temple, which is hundreds of years old. Let's go and see, have a look at it. This medieval period temple stands among the open fields of Valettivaripalam in Kandukur. This temple must be more than 600 years old. What interests me is not the temple or the idol here, but the history that sleeps here and the ancient inscriptions on stones that are buried here. The stone mandapam here must have been a stage for meetings and programs. These two pillars are black in color and the front are white. Obviously two different stones, maybe from different places, we don't know. The stone shrine cum hall and the dome with sculptures are in ruins. The traces of Tamil stone inscriptions here point towards the Chola dynasty and its rule here. Chola kings were passionate builders. The temples in their kingdoms were also centers of economic activity. This Janardana temple said to be built during the period of King Rajendra Chola III, who came to Chola throne in 1246 AD. Kandukur block later was under the Reddy dynasty during the period between 1325 to 1448 AD. These young passers-by are local landlords. They are curious that we are visiting this place.
ఇది శివాలయం కాదు కానీ జనార్దన స్వామి దేవాలయం ఇది సో దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఎటువంటి ఆ రోజు తర్వాత బాగా సైలెంట్ అయిపోయింది.
The most important attraction here is the 50 feet Dwajastambam of the temple. This is believed to be constructed by Malay Reddy. There is no other structure taller like this in the whole of Kandukur, he says.
అంటే సింగిల్ స్టోన్.
See, this monument is hundreds of years old and this is just a 150 feet single stone. The young man says he was born and brought up around this place. He used to see this building from his childhood, but he never felt to go inside and see. But he knows this place was like this for the last 40 years. No one seems to be interested in preserving these structures and sculptures. There are inscriptions on these stone pillars. This is not a script of our times. It seemed to be ancient Tamil or a mixture of classic Telugu. A detailed study of the temple and the inscriptions here could throw more light on the socio-economic, linguistic and cultural aspects of the medieval Andhra. Looks like Telugu. Some words are readable, but you cannot make a sense of what it is. So obviously this is not the present Telugu. This is an old script, maybe 900 years old or even more. This is Dwarapalaga, the watch and ward of this place. The inner shrine has been destroyed by vandals. Its floor had been dug and overturned. The thugs would have suspected hidden treasures underneath. They believed gold and precious stones would have been underneath. Look at these pillars and the beams here. There are two entrances to this hall, one here and the other is the main entrance at the back. The Dwajastambham is said to be 50 feet high. It's cut from a peculiar stone made of single rock with beautiful designs chiseled out it on every side from bottom to top. Some portions from the tip of the pillar had been fallen off. The bottom has carvings of images and on top are unique designs. These sculptures are different and they look different. Some are spoiled because the kind of stones are very different. It's getting damaged. For me, it's not the god or goddesses here, it's the culture which is sleeping here. Some of the carvings at the bottom had been eroded. The concerned department should have made some effort to maintain this history and to find out more about it. This stone looks like foundation beams that supported the base of the pillar. It must have been replaced when the foundation had been rebuilt in later years. The stone shines with particles like manganese. There is an open well near the temple covered by bushes. The wall around the well looks relatively newer. We were told there is a stone pillar lying here but covered with mud. The stone has some writing on it too. My friend Ramesh is a Telugu speaker, a native of the same district. If it's Tamil, I can read some of it. We will see if we can clean it and make it readable.
I got a brush in my vehicle, so I'm trying to use it to clear it. These inscriptions are Tamil or Sanskrit, and some letters look like Tamil. Even the old Malayalam letters are there. I can also see some Malayalam, old Malayalam script here. So, yeah, I got some water here, trying to at least show something to you and see whether we can make some sense of it or not. But it is not up to me to reveal this whole thing. I'm only unearthing a little bit what is visible here and then remaining. If somebody else do it, where we can really decode what is written here.
This stone is 1.5 feet wide and more than 6 feet long. The inscriptions on it are very legible, neat but not readable for us. This is not the present day Telugu or Tamil. It may be an ancient form of Tamil script. Probably it is about the donation of the land to the temple and about how to conduct festivals throughout the year or about the business activities to be held here. Locals say the state's archaeology and museum chief had visited this place earlier, but no measures had been taken by the government to preserve this monument and to restore this 600 years or older heritage structure.